Let's dive into writing your first React test. This presentation guides you through creating a simple test for a React component. Get ready to learn how to ensure your React components are functioning correctly from the start. Why should you test your React components? There are two main reasons. First, testing helps prevent bugs by catching issues before they reach production, ensuring your components work as expected. Second, it allows you to refactor your code safely, making changes with confidence, knowing that the tests will catch any breaking changes you might introduce. Let's take a quick look at the tools we'll be using. We have Jest, which is a JavaScript testing framework that will act as our test runner. And we'll pair that with React Testing Library. This library provides simple and complete testing utilities for Document Object Model, also known as DOM testing. Here's a simple React component we can use for testing. The code shows a functional component named button. It imports React and takes two properties, label and onClick. The component returns a button element. When the button is clicked, the onClick function is called, and the button displays the text that is passed in as the label property. Finally, the button component is exported as a default export. Now let's set up our testing environment. Use the command npm install save dev at testing-library/react at testing-library/jestdom. Luckily, if you're using Create React App, Jest and React Testing Library come pre-configured. So you can start writing tests immediately without additional setup. Let's write our first test. The code imports the render and screen functions from the @testing-library/react package and imports the button component from the ./button file. The test function takes two parameters, a string describing the test renders button with label, and a callback function. Inside the callback function, the render function renders the button component with the label property set to click me. Next, the code finds the button element by its text using screen.getByText and stores it in a constant called button element. Finally, it asserts that the button element is in the document using expect button element to be in the document. This test renders the button component and checks if the text appears in the document object model. Now let's test some user interactions. The code imports render and screen from the React Testing Library, user event from the React Testing Library, and the button component. Inside the test, a mockClick function mockClick is created using jest.fn. The button component is rendered with the label clickMe, and the onClick property set to mockClick. User event.click simulates a click on the button with the text, clickMe. Finally, it is asserted that mockClick has been called once using expect mockClick to have been called times 1. It's time to run our tests. Simply use the command npm test in your terminal. If all goes well, you'll see a message indicating that your React component is working correctly and all tests are passing. This confirms that your component is behaving as expected. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.